Hi everyone. Now, measuring time has occupied the minds of people since the beginning of the ancient civilization in Egypt and the world. Measuring time ده شاغل الناس من ساعة الحضارة المصرية القديمة. Some nations في شعوب have used the sun والmoon والstars عشان تساعدهم in telling time and measuring time. Till today لغاية النهاردة we use the same system ماشيين بنفس النظام and the units of measurement that we were used in those civilizations من 5,000 years ago. بنمشي بنفس النظام بتاعهم. Now we'll find out all about the information and more in today's lesson. I'm Miss Sarah. We will discuss today the remaining and elapsed time in our lesson. How long does it take?
It's really busy out there today. Look, over there.
What are they doing?
They're going to build something.
I wonder how long it will take for it to be built.
We could keep a watch on the building and make a timeline.
What's a timeline?
A timeline shows changes over time. We add dates to the timeline. It is a way of keeping a record. Building homes and shops takes a long time. This timeline may start today, but might not be complete for a while.
Let's get a timeline started.
Let's use a timeline today to do some time calculations. How long did it take from when the diggers started to when the builders started to lay the bricks? How do you think we can work this out?
We will understand the meaning of remaining and elapsed time. هنعرف يعني ايه remaining time يعني ايه elapsed time. And we will practice using them. We will use more than one strategy. هنستخدم أكتر من strategy to help us answer questions and solve any time-related problems easily. Now we'll start with access on page 134 in your book, and we will try to help Dalia to convert the time she took to drive to her grandmother's house by car. Let's see it all together. Here it took Dalia, as you see here, it took Dalia 2 hours and 15 minutes عشان توصل للgrandmother بتاعتها. And she needs to calculate what time in minutes only. عايزة تحسب وقتها بالminutes. How many minutes? طيب, you can use the error analysis chart to explain your thinking. Show what the student. هنقول ايه اللي عملتها right, ايه الحاجات اللي عملتها correct, وايه الحاجات اللي عملتها wrong, وهنقول what is the correct answer using this table or the error analysis table. And now I'll give you time to think and write your thoughts, and then we will get back and discuss. It's clear that واضح ان هي converted the hours into minutes. حولت ال hours to minutes, وكمان she added 12 plus 15 correctly. يبقى let's see بقى the table. Here's my table. يبقى ايه الحاجات اللي عملتها right? Yes, I will write in the first column that she wrote and she converted the hours into minutes. وكمان عملت ايه؟ and she added correctly. And added correctly. وهي دي الحاجة اللي هي عملتها right. طيب ايه الحاجة اللي هي عملتها wrong؟ Yes, she multiplied by 6 بدل ما تعمل multiply by 60. اوكي، يبقى she multiplied by 6. دي الحاجة اللي هي عملتها غلط. She multiplied by 6 and which is wrong. Okay, now let's write the correct answer in the third column. As you see here, طيب what is the question? Question كان عندي 2 hours and 15 minutes. يبقى هعمل ايه؟ هعمل 2 times 60 which is 120 like you see here. يبقى 2 times 60 120 plus what? plus المينتس بتوعي اللي هم 15 minutes. So 120 minutes plus 15 minutes equals 135 minutes, and this is the correct answer. طيب, now we need to pay attention to the units when answering any problem, like Dalia's problem. And I'll tell you again, our today's objective is we need to understand and practice using elapsed time and use strategies to help us solve the problems easily. That's why we will move to build on page 135. In this activity, we have a story problem. طيب now do you remember the difference between the story problem؟ تعرفوا ايه الفرق ما بين story problem والnumber problem like the ones we solved before in the last lesson؟ Now I am sure أنا متأكدة إن كلكم دلوقتي بتقولوا لي الفرق ما بين الستوري problem والنمبر problem. إن الستوري problem we need to read the problem carefully، بنقرا البروبلم كويس قوي وبنطلع منها الانفورميشن that we need to focus on and other information we don't need. بنطلع الانفورميشن اللي احنا هنستخدمها في الانسر بتاعي وفي حاجات تانية مش بنستخدمها. The problem here is about, let's see, here is page 135 is talking about فرح whose goal is to run every day. بتجري every day an hour and 30 minutes. كل يوم بتجري an hour and 30 minutes to train for a marathon. If she starts running at 8:35, look here, she starts running at 8:35. So, what time did she finish running? هتخلص الجري بتاعها امتى؟ Yes, it is clear here that it is not just about converting time. مش بعمل بس converting time as we have learned in the last lesson. The problem here is about elapsed time. يعني ايه elapsed time؟ يعني هي أخدت وقت قد إيه عشان تعمل الactivity دي. Which means the time needed to do something. So we can add 1 hour and 30 minutes to 8:35. Now let's do it all together. طيب دلوقتي فرح قعدت تجري 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? Okay. She started at what? She started at 8:35. طيب عايزة أعرف هي هتخلص إمتى. So what should I do? أول حاجة هعملها I will add 1 hour to 8:35. طيب this is the hours. يبقى 8 plus 1 hour gives me 9:35. وبعدين هعمل إيه؟ I will add the minutes. هعمل 30 plus 35. طيب 30 plus 35 gives me what? Yes, gives me 65. Right? يبقى here I have 965. طيب هي 965 دي أنا ممكن أعملها إيه؟ مش 965. 65 دي معناها إن 60 plus 5. وال 60 معناها إن 1 hour. ال 60 يعني 1 hour. So I will add 1 hour to 9. يعني دلوقتي عندي 10 hours and 5 minutes. And this is the time Farah finished the running. So the final answer will be 10 and 5 minutes. 10 hours and 5 minutes. Now we can of course convert and add using more than one way. ممكن نستخدم أكتر من طريقة. We can use the way you prefer. كل واحد هيستخدم الطريقة اللي تريحه. Now we will focus on these ways on the next problems. In this part of build we will focus on two strategies. في two strategies هنركز عليهم to solve the problems on elapsed time. These strategies are open number line. أول حاجة هنعملها مع بعض open number line and conversion. Now we'll apply these two strategies to the next example. Let's see this example. Here in this example he told me that Gamal is hiking in the park. جمال بيمشي في البارك. He has been hiking for 2 hours and 30. تعالوا نكتب كده 2 hours and 30. قعد يمشي for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Then he has 55 minutes more to hike before. كمان محتاج 55 عشان يوصل. 55 minutes عشان يوصل. Okay. Now, how long will his whole hike take? عايز أعرف كل الهايك بتاعه هياخد قد إيه. We can use a number line like the one we have used before. فاكرين النمبر لاين كنا بنستخدمه في الاديشن والسبتراكشن. And we can use skip counting to reach a benchmark. The only difference is skip. That skip is defined from the start. إن هو قال لي 55 minutes. So when we are trying to reach the benchmark, we will subtract the time we need from 55 minutes we have. طيب تعالوا نرسم مع بعض النمبر لاين. Here's the number line. Then what should I do? Yes, I will write on the left the first hiking time اللي هي كانت ايه؟ Yes, اللي هي 2 hours and 30. مش دي أول حاجة؟ 2 hours and 30. We can first try to reach a benchmark time. أول حاجة هفكر فيها إن أنا أوصل للبنشمارك تايم بتاعي. طيب benchmark إيه؟ أقرب حاجة benchmark yes 3 hours. طب عشان أوصل ل 3 hours what should I do? Yes, I will add 30 minutes. Right? هي مش 2:30 plus 30 يبقى أنا كده وصلت ل 3 hours. طيب هو أنا عايزة 3 hours only؟ No. Then I will add 50. Sorry. Now I want to reach 55. Right? طيب فاضل لي قد إيه؟ Yes, فاضل لي قد إيه؟ We'll subtract the 30 minutes from 55 minutes. We already got. طيب يبقى عندي I will have 25 minutes left. مش أنا لو عملت 55 minus 30 هتديني 25 minutes؟ أوكي. يبقى أنا محتاجة كمان أمشي 25 minutes. Right? عشان أوصل لفين؟ هوصل ل 3 hours and 25 minutes. And now this is the answer. This is how long the hike will take. ده الوقت اللي هياخده في المشي بتاعه. Now we can also round 55. في بقى طريقة تانية إن أنا round 55 minutes عشان أوصل للhour. طب ال 55 minutes فاضل لها قد إيه عشان أوصل للhour؟ Yes, I will add 5 minutes, right? يبقى 2:30. تعالوا نعملها برضو على number line. Here I have 2:30. طيب أنا قلت ال 55 minutes عايزة أوصلها ل 60 minutes. يبقى عملت إيه plus 5 minutes, right? اوكي يبقى 60 minutes معناها ان انا هزود 1 hour. تعالوا كده نزود 1 hour. لما ازود 1 hour هوصل لفين؟ هوصل to 3:30. هوصل to 3:30. طب تعالوا ناخد بالنا، هو انا عايزه 3:30 ولا المفروض هاخد لسه ال 5 minutes؟ Yes, I will take ال 5 minutes اللي انا زودتها. يبقى I'll move here minus 5 minutes. 5 minutes اللي أنا زودتها هرجعها تاني to be 3:25 minutes. This is another way. Now please note we write the time in equation using the colon. colon يعني إيه؟ ال 2 points دول. ليه بعملها؟ عشان separate between ال hours وال minutes بتوعي. طيب now let's use a completely different strategy from the number line. خلاص احنا عرفنا number line استخدمته ب 2 ways مختلفين. تعالوا نستخدم بقى strategy مختلفة تماما عن number line. Let's see. Here is another strategy. I will use it. We will use the conversion strategy. تعالوا بقى نشوف ايه ال conversion strategy دي. We can start first by adding the minutes. أول حاجة هعملها adding the minutes. طب هنا أنا عندي 2:30 و 55 right؟ 30 minutes و 55 minutes. عادي جدا إن أنا I can add the minutes. طب 30 plus 55 equals what؟ Equals 85. يبقى أنا عندي here 85 minutes. طب مش ال 85 عبارة عن 60 and 25 وال 60 دي is 1 hour. 60 is 1 hour. يبقى هعمل ايه؟ هزودها للhours. يبقى 2 plus 1 gives me 3 وعندي how many minutes؟ 25 minutes and this is my answer. Okay? Now as you see here I add the hours وحطيت المينتس اللي فاضلالي اللي هي 25 minutes. Okay. Now يبقى the answer is 3 hours and 25 minutes. طيب حاجة تانية we can convert all the units to minutes at the start as follows. تعالوا بقى نشوف طريقة تانية خالص هنعملها مع بعض. طيب here I have 2 hours and 30. هحلها بقى بطريقة تانية. هعمل ايه؟ هخلي ال hours دي كلها minutes. طيب 2 hours يعني معناها ايه؟ 60 plus 60 بس كده؟ لا لسه انا عندي 30 كمان minutes plus 30. طيب في حاجة ما ننساهاش، لازم اعمل plus 55 minutes right؟ لان هو لسه كمان 55 minutes عشان يوصل to the end. Then we will add them all together. The answer will be 205 minutes. لما اعمل كل ده addition مع بعض هلاقي ان الانسر is 25 minutes. Then I will convert them again to hours. هحول بقى ال 205 minutes دول ل hours. How I will tell you. هعمل 205. هو انا دلوقتي عايزه ايه؟ عايزه اشوف ال 205 دي فيها كام hours. اول حاجه I will subtract 60 from 205. 205 minus 60 equals what? Yes, 105. 45. طيب again I will subtract 60 from 145. Gives me what? Gives me 85. ممكن تاني subtract again 60 from 85. Gives me what? Yes, of course, gives me 25 minutes. So how many hours do I have here? مش أنا عملت subtract لل 60 3 times أهو. This is the first time, second time, third time. يبقى أنا خدت كام hours من 205? Yes, 3 hours. وعندي how many minutes? Yes, I have 25 minutes. But this is the time he will take in this problem. Here in the second part in build on page 135, we have 4 problems on elapsed time. Let's see it all together. Here's page 135. Type. Here in problem 2, to apply what you have learned. I will apply what we have learned now. You can use whatever strategy you prefer. نفتكر كويس قوي ان كل واحد ممكن يستخدم الاستراتيجي اللي هو عايزها. Whether it is the number line strategy, يا إما نستخدم number line strategy or the conversion strategy or even standard addition as you like. Then when we are back, we can compare your answers to mine. Now here in problem 2, we want to add 3 hours and 25 minutes to 45 minutes. طيب the sum of the minutes is هعمل أول حاجة هعمل addition للminutes. هعمل 25 plus 45. Okay, يبقى 25 plus 45 gives me what? Gives me 70 minutes. Okay, يبقى أنا دلوقتي عندي 70 minutes. طب ال 70 minutes دي عبارة عن إيه؟ عبارة عن 60 plus 1. هو أنا ليه دايماً بعمل 60؟ عشان 60 معناها إن أنا عندي 1 hour, 1 more hour. طيب يبقى 60 means 1 hour، يبقى هزود 1 hour على ال 3 hours to be 4 hours. 4 hours and what? 4 hours and sorry ال 70 عبارة عن 60 plus 10، يبقى عندي 1 hour و 10 minutes. I add 1 hour to 3 بقت 4 hours and 10 minutes. Now you'll find in problem 4. Let's see problem 4. Here is problem number 4. Jana and Maha has 5 hours to watch 3 movies. Okay? عندهم 5 hours عشان يتفرجوا على 3 movies. That last أول movie بتاخد وقت 1 hour and 22 minutes. Second movie بتاخد 2 hours and 12 minutes. تالت movie بتاخد 1 hour and 57 minutes. طيب هو السؤال ايه؟ بيقول لي do the girls have enough time to watch all these 3 movies؟ هو عندهم وقت ان هم يتفرجوا على 3 movies دول؟ طب هعمل ايه عشان اعرف هم عندهم وقت ولا لا؟ Yes, first of all هعمل plus للتايم بتاع ال 3 movies, right؟ عشان اعرف ال 5 hours دول هتكفي ان هم يتفرجوا على 3 movies ولا لا. يبقى I will add the 3 times. Okay؟ طيب يبقى I will make 1 hour 22 plus 2 hours and 12 plus 1 hour and 57. طيب when I add all this the answer is 5 hours and 31. طب هما الوقت اللي عندهم ايه؟ عندهم 5 hours بس، يبقى هينفع ان هما يتفرجوا على 3 movies؟ No. Of course the sum is more than 5 hours. ما دام sum اكتر من 5 hours يبقى they can't complete all the 3 movies. طيب let's move to the next part. Here جنى ومها قرروا ان هما they watch the 2 shortest movies. هيتفرجوا على اقصر 2 movies بس. So what should they do? Yes, they want to know when they will finish the 2 movies if they start watching at 5:30. لو ابتدوا يتفرجوا at 5:30 عايزين يعرفوا هيخلصوا امتى. طيب now they have to exclude the longest movie. هنستبعد خالص ال longest movie وهنعمل addition لل 2 shortest movie. So I will add the 2 shortest movie اللي هما كانوا 1 hour 22 minutes and 1 hour 57 minutes. دول ال 2 shortest movie هتاخد time منهم 3 hours and 19. طيب بعدين هعمل ايه؟ Then they added ال 3 hours 19 لل starting time بتاعهم. هما ابتدوا 5:30. هعمل add للتايم بتاع 2 movies اللي هما 3 hours 19. right؟ كل ده بعمله ليه؟ عشان اعرف هما هياخدوا وقت قد ايه او هيخلصوا امتى. yes يبقى 5:30 plus 3:19 gives me 8 hours and 49 minutes, and that will be the time the movies end. Okay, now in Connect on page 136 and 137 in your school book, you will find interesting information in time, the units of measurement, and reasons for using the current units of time, with which we started our lesson. اللي ابتدينا بيها اللسن بتاعي. Now you'll be enjoying the reading and it will expand your knowledge. Now you have a chance to apply what you have understood in practice on page 136, in this page. Now, problems number 1 to 4. Let's see. Here is problem from 1 to 4. These problems are very direct. So, you like the ones we have solved together. زي الحاجات اللي احنا حليناها مع بعض قبل كده. And you can answer them by your own. Now, let's answer problem number 5 and 6 all together and see what they are about. Now, in problem number 5, this is problem number 5. Problem number 5 is talking about ants' life. It says an ant's first nap, أول nap للant, the day began at, بتاخد الناب بتاعها بتبدأ في 7:45 a.m. and lasted for 60 seconds. وبتقعد حوالي 60 or بتقعد 60 seconds. What time did the ant wake up? الant دي بتصحى امتى؟ بتاخد الناب بتاعها at 7:45 a.m. وبتقعد وقت 60 seconds. طيب when she wake up هعمل ايه؟ Yes. طيب هي مش 60 seconds equal 1 minute؟ مش 60 seconds equals 1 minute؟ يبقى هعمل ايه؟ I will add 1 minute to 45. يبقى 7:45 plus 1 minute gives me what? Yes, gives me 7:46. And this is the time the ant wake up. Okay? طيب, and now let's move to problem number 6. Problem number 6, here's problem number 6. تقول لي ايه problem number 6؟ تقول لي the ant then worked. الant بقى بتقعد تشتغل in the colony for 3 hours and 13 minutes before its next nap. قبل ما تاخد الناب التانية بتاعتها. طيب what is the question؟ السؤال بيقول لي what time did the ant take his second nap؟ بتاخد بقى second nap امتى؟ هعمل ايه؟ Yes, I will add 3 hours 13 minutes. هعمل 3 hours 13 minutes. هعملها add to the sum of the last problem. Okay? طيب يبقى 7:46 plus 3:13. كل ده ليه؟ عشان اعرف السكند ناب هتبقى امتى. 7:46 plus 3:13 equals 10 and يبقى السكند ناب بتاعة الانت هتبقى at 10:59 and this is the time for the second nap بتاعة الانت. Now we have done our lesson. تعالوا نراجع مع بعض خدنا ايه النهارده. Okay. Today we have explored and practiced solving elapsed time and problems and learned different strategies for solving like the number line will conversion. I want you to go back to the learning objectives of the lesson, read them again and add a star to the next to the objective that you have understood. هنعمل star على الobjectives اللي احنا فهمناها كويس قوي وهنعمل circle على الobjective اللي احنا لسه محتاجين more practice on it. You can also check your understanding of what we have learned today by practicing solving the problems in your books. You can scan the code found on page 134 and this will direct you to the digital version of the book. Now we'll meet again in next lesson. Thank you so much and see you soon.